Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I was able to see 3,000 Years of Longing a little bit early, and I'm here to give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review for you today and tell you if it's worth a watch. And again, guys, this is only my own personal opinion, so if you guys think differently than me or the same, let me know your thoughts of the movie down in the comment section down below. I love to read all your opinions. Now let's get into the review. We have 3,000 Years of Longing from director George Miller, and you know him from such films as the Mad Max series, Happy Feet 1 and 2, and he was the writer of Babe. Fantastic movie. And it stars Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton, and it's actually an adaptation of the short story The Djinn in the Nightingale's Eye. That is what it's called, right? The Djinn in the Nightingale's Eye? Is that a short story? Anyways, it's an adaptation of some story that I've honestly never heard of before, but whatever. And a scholar meets a genie in a hotel room, and they talk about his past, and they talk about what she wants to do with her 3 wishes. That's about it. Now, is this movie worth a watch? And again, guys, I'm giving you 110% straight shooting honesty here. No. Absolutely not. I have not been this bored in a movie theater in ages. In ages. And honestly, movies like this make me want to choose another profession. I'm thinking to myself, I'm so bored in this movie that as soon as it was over, I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this movie anymore. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to move on with my life. But I got to do a review for it. I got to do a video about it. I have really nothing to say because the movie didn't give me anything to say. When a movie leaves such a little, basically no emotional impact whatsoever, what are you left with? And that to me is the main job of a movie, of a story. And this movie is about the importance of telling stories. Stories are supposed to evoke emotion from the audience, whether that be from a book, a play, a movie. You're supposed to evoke some sort of emotional response from the audience. I had none. My brain was like a loading screen, or like the DVD loading screen when you see like the DVD like hit all the sides of the, like there was nothing going on. If I see an amazing movie, I cannot wait to get home and tell you guys about it because of course that's why we do these things, right? We love to talk about movies, especially the great ones, the ones that we really love. Or movies that we hate, they at least give us some anger, some resentment, emotion, negative emotion, but at least there's an emotion that you can talk about your experience with the film. With 3,000 Years of Longing, I'm just sitting there. I may have laughed twice, and I just was completely still. No emotion happening inside my body other than I want to get out of here. I'd rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch the grass grow. Any other metaphor for watching a boring movie. This is that. Okay, but let's talk about the movie a little bit. I can understand a movie about 2 characters talking in a room for the entire time. It's totally fine. But at least make the stories and the conversation interesting. All we know is that Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton are great actors, okay? They give serviceable performances here. I'm not going home and going, oh my god, this movie for all the Oscars. They have great chemistry together. They're just actors doing a good job. But Idris Elba as the genie is talking about all of the stories about all of his old masters. Kind of cool to see some of those old ancient historical artifacts and places and the costumes. Like, that's kind of cool to see, but only if you're really interested in history. If you're not, then it doesn't really do anything for you because those stories don't really have any heart, any emotion, any drama. It's just the genie talking about stories that he is the side character in, and our main characters are talking about characters that we don't really care about. You see where I'm getting at here? And I'm thinking to myself, where's the excitement? Where's the drama? It doesn't have to be this, over-the-top action movie with a bunch of explosions. I just need it to be engaging. And characters talking to each other can be engaging. There's nothing engaging going on here. The visuals can be interesting. There were a couple times where there was some, some fun genie magic going on. And again, I'm struggling just trying to pick at, there's nothing to pick at here. The visuals can be interesting. Out in a theater near you. And there are a couple jokes that made me laugh, but they made me laugh in a, oh my god, I can't believe they did this kind of a way. And the humor reminded me of Burn After Reading, where the humor in that movie could get so juvenile and so crass, even though this movie is not a Judd Apatow movie. It's not a Farley Brothers movie. It's a bit more of a dramatic movie with some funny scenes in it. Whatever, I'm reaching here, but there were a couple jokes in here that were so just bottom of the barrel, like fat woman who's naked falls and breaks some concrete. There, I ruined the one joke in the movie. Everyone's like, ha ha ha, that's funny. Again, I'm really reaching here, folks. And the theme of the movie, or so I think, is about the importance of stories. The entire beginning of the movie is actually Tilda Swinton in front of this great audience, and she's doing some kind of like TED talk about the mythologies from the past, about how the Greeks looked up to Zeus, and then the Nordic people looked up to Thor. So when we don't have the answers to the really big questions, we create stories to try to help us cope with the universe about the questions that we don't know the answers to. So we have all these new gods, we have these new stories to tell the people of the tribe and people of the village, and going, oh, that's the way that the lightning works. It's Zeus with the lightning bolts, or whatever the case may be, but now we have science. But then, of course, the genie talks about the importance of stories and how they're able to evoke emotion and evoke that human spirit. There's a bit of irony here because this movie didn't evoke any emotion, really, in me. Made me laugh once or twice. That's about it. Now, this is where the rating gets a bit difficult, because I didn't hate this movie. Like, I wasn't pissed off at anything I was watching on screen, but there's nothing to recommend. Almost nothing to recommend. And I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna give this movie a 2 out of 5 because it's like, it's okay. Like, you know, there's some cool visuals, like the actors are good. It's not a terrible movie, but the fact that I'm so bored with it, there's really nothing to recommend. Is it really worth giving a 1 out of 5 to? And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna film this review and see how I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 because I can't recommend this movie to anyone. Honestly, anyone. The biggest Idris Elba fan in the world, the biggest Tilda Swinton fan in the world, the biggest George Miller fan in the world. I can't recommend this movie because there's nothing to grasp at. There's nothing here. It really is like looking at a loading screen on a computer. And I don't want to be so harsh on it, but I gotta be honest, that was my experience in the theater. I'm like, I just need to get out of here because I'm just, there's nothing happening. I'm not feeling anything. No anger, no resentment. Like, it's not a terrible movie where I'm like going, oh my God, this movie's insulting my intelligence. It's just nothing. And honestly, sometimes when they say that the opposite of love is actually not hate, it's just indifference. I think this movie is the perfect example of that, really. I'm so indifferent to it that it's not even worth mentioning. It's not even worth talking about. So that's my review. Again, if you guys like this movie, don't take it personally. Again, this is just my own personal opinion about a movie. If you love the movie, please tell me why down in the comment section down below. What am I missing here? Because I missed it. If there's like a great movie in here that you saw and you're like, oh my God, 3,000 Years of Longing just changed the way I look at life. Man, we saw different movies here. Help me out. But anyways, if you guys like this video and you want to see more videos just like this, trust me, I am nicer on other films. Trust me on that. Even films that I probably shouldn't like, I'd still give the benefit of the doubt, and I will say, you know what, I'll give that movie an honest chance, and sometimes I really like it. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is one of the examples this year, where I'm looking at that trailer and I'm going, this is not for me. But I watched it, and it was actually really wonderful. So I do give good ratings out sometimes, just not to this movie. So anyways, guys, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.